Hello, and welcome to our lesson on using expressions to solve problems and multiplying out brackets. In this lesson, we will begin by understanding how to manipulate and solve problems using algebraic expressions. Next, we'll explore the process of multiplying out brackets, which will help simplify algebraic expressions and make them more accessible to solve. After this, we will run through some cases of applying this new knowledge. The ability to solve problems using expressions and multiply out brackets is crucial in algebra. So let's get started. In algebra, multiplying out brackets means to expand an expression that includes brackets. This technique allows us to simplify expressions and make it easier to solve equations. Let's break down the process step by step with some examples. The first thing we will look at is multiplying a single term by a group of terms. Suppose we have the expression 4x plus 2y equals z. Our goal might be to rearrange this expression so that y is the subject, but to do that, we first need to deal with the bracket. The bracket indicates that both x and 2y are being multiplied by 4, so we multiply each term inside the bracket by the number outside. First, multiply x by 4. 4 times x equals 4x. Next, multiply 2y by 4. 4 times 2y equals 8y. After expanding the bracket, we get 4x plus 8y equals z. Now the expression is easier to work with, and we could go on to write it in terms of y by subtracting 4x from both sides. Our second example is how to multiply a variable by a group of terms. Let's make it slightly more complicated by introducing another variable. Consider the expression 2x 3x plus y equals z. We multiply each term inside the bracket by the variable outside. In this case, 3x and y will be multiplied by 2x. First, multiply 2x by 3x. Here, we simply multiply both the coefficients, 2 times 3, and the variables, x times x, which becomes x squared. So 2x times 3x equals 6x squared. Next, multiply 2x by y. 2x times y equals 2x. Let's now combine the two. We get 6x squared plus 2xy equals z. So what are the key points we need to remember? First, ensure that every term inside the bracket is multiplied by the term outside the bracket. If possible, simplify by combining like terms, though this wasn't necessary in our examples. When multiplying variables, remember to apply the rules of exponents, such as x times x equals x squared. Practicing this will make it easier to manage more complex algebraic problems. Use this technique to simplify your expressions and solve problems with confidence. Next, we'll look at some more examples to cement this concept further. Alright, let's dive into some practical examples of using expressions to solve problems and multiplying out brackets. We will start by simplifying expressions by multiplying out brackets. Simplify the expression 3a plus 4. To do this, you'll multiply each term inside the bracket by 3. 3a plus 4 equals 3 times a plus 3 times 4. This equals 3a plus 12. So the simplified expression is 3a plus 12. Now let's solve an equation using the concept of multiplying out brackets. Solve the following equation for y. 2y plus 5 equals 14. First, we will simplify the left-hand side by multiplying out the brackets. 2y plus 5 equals 2 times y plus 2 times 5. Let's simplify this further. This equals 2y plus 10. Next, set up the equation. 2y plus 10 equals 14. To isolate y, subtract 10 from both sides to get 2y equals 14 minus 10. Simplify this further to get 2y equals 4. Now divide both sides by 2. Y equals 4 divided by 2, and therefore y equals 2. This is the solution for our equation. Our third example uses some slightly more complex expressions. Simplify 4, 2y minus 3 plus 5y plus 1. First, multiply out each set of brackets. 4 2y minus 3 times 4 times 2y minus 4 times 3. Simplifying this, we get 8y minus 12. Expanding 5y plus 1, we get 5 times y plus 5 times 1. This equals 5y plus 5. Now if we combine the expressions we get, hy minus 12 plus 5y plus 5. The next step is group and combine like terms. We can write this using brackets to make it clearer. 8y plus 5y plus minus 12 plus 5. Now we can simplify everything very easily to get 13y minus 7. Finally, let's apply this to a word problem. A rectangle has a length of 3a plus 2 meters and a width of a minus 1 meters. Find the expression for the perimeter of the rectangle. Recall that the perimeter P of a rectangle is given by P equals 2, length plus width. First, let's replace L and W with what we already know. Length plus width equals 3a plus 2 plus a minus 1. Now we will simplify this to get 3a plus 2 plus a minus 1. This equals 4a plus 1. Now multiply the whole expression by 2. P equals 2 times 4a plus 1. Now expand the brackets to get P equals 2 times 4a plus 2 times 1. We can simplify this to the expression for the perimeter, 8a plus 2 meters. These examples illustrate how to simplify expressions by multiplying out brackets and using these techniques to solve problems. In today's lesson, we began by understanding how to manipulate and solve problems using algebraic expressions, which is crucial for tackling more complex algebraic tasks. Next, we focused on the process of multiplying out brackets. We learned that this involves distributing the term outside the bracket to each term inside the bracket, enabling us to simplify expressions. Through examples, we saw how to handle both single terms and variables outside the brackets. Key points to remember include ensuring every term inside the bracket is multiplied by the term outside, combining like terms if possible, and keeping track of powers when multiplying variables. Practicing these steps will help simplify expressions and solve equations more effectively. Watch the rest of the GCSE Maths course at Sophos Education.